Senator Moreau, the cannabis industry's current excise stamp requires each of the 13 provinces and territories to have a unique stamp applied to cannabis products. When these products are reallocated to different regions, these stamps must be manually removed and replaced, with the old stamp needing to be saved for the CRA. The removal, replacement, and restorage adds labor costs and logistical costs, leading to lower margins and higher prices, which serves to incentivize the illicit market. Industry leaders have identified this excise stamp system as an internal trade barrier that costs farmers and manufacturers roughly $100 million per year. These entrepreneurs are calling for a national excise stamp that would streamline production, reduce costs, and improve efficiency. Earlier this week, Minister LeBlanc announced the upcoming release of the regulations for the Free Trade and Labour Mobility in Canada Act. Given this, coupled with the government's focus on cutting red tape and removing barriers to internal trade, might we expect to see this shift to a national excise?
Thank you, Senator. Senator Moreau.
The government announced as part of the 2024 Fall Economic Statement its intent to explore a transition from cannabis excise duty stamps specific to each province and territory to a single national stamp. As you noted, this would make it easier for regulated cannabis producer to ignite new business opportunity in other provinces and territory. It is important to note that the stamp is also used to track the destination of sales for revenue sharing purposes. The federal government shares duty revenues with provinces and territories on a 25-75 basis. Province and territories 25, federal 75. I can inform you that the government's work to evaluate the feasibility of a single national cannabis excise stamp is ongoing, but as you know, I cannot provide any further timeline for this to be implemented.
Senator Wilson.
Senator Moreau. Implemented in 2018, cannabis excise tax is valued at the greater of 10% of the product's value, or $1 per gram. Although it was assumed then that cannabis would sell for $10 per gram, the market has experienced wholesale prices closer to $3. This means that the flat tax rate prevails, resulting in producers facing a tax rate as high as 30% rather than the intended 10%. As a result, we are driving traffic to illicit producers and undermining the viability of law-abiding businesses that operate within the established regulations. Can you speak to whether the government has a plan to address this taxation issue?
Senator Moreau.
Well, I agree with the premises of your question, but as you well know, it is not possible. I cannot speak to any future potential changes to cannabis excise tax, as I can't provide you with any information concerning future decision of the government, either on expenses or on tax or tax-related. But as soon as those will be announced, I'll be gladly exchanging on that matters with you.